Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you guys all around here again in Spiritwood. Today, where we are going to be building some very, very cool things that I said we would do last episode. And I think they're going to look a lot better than what we left this off last episode because I kind of like this, but I think we can do a lot better. Not only that, we've also got some decisions to make, and I think we can make that as a group. So wait up for that. I've got to remember to do that, actually. So if I forget, call me out, and I'm probably not going to because I'll make sure I do it. But either way, we're slowly destroying this area here. You can see there's barely any trees left in that direction. I mean, there's probably like a handful of trees for me to cut down. I'm making trees. You can see there's one there as we go. But slowly but surely, this is all being absolutely demolished, deforested. And that is actually part of the plan. In fact, what I'm going to talk to you guys about in the next little bit. So I can't forget now. So I've already set it up. But yeah, pretty much after last episode, I went around, gathered some wood, and I thought, you know what? I just want to get started. And I've seen the comments regarding this area here. Most of you guys were like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And a lot of you guys like my ideas of the villages and stuff like that, and what is going to happen. Like, what about villages is going to change and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's a really, really cool thing. Just in general, that we at least got some thinking going on, you know what I mean? At bare minimum. Now, here is already a problem that I am thinking about, and that is, how are we going to do this? How are we going to set up? And by the way, I forgot what we were about to say. What we're about to do, okay, we're building a house on top of this. For people who aren't familiar with it, last episode, we built this little area here, and I said I'll do the house on top here, and then this house down the bottom as well. So we really converting over these old villages, which are still the villages, but they are going to be the old ones. We are converting these over into what we would like to see this village to be, basically. And house by house, we will slowly get it looking better and better and better, and eventually it'll look like nothing related to a village, but I still want to have some of those little old vestigial village parts. Hey, this guy's come all the way here. I'm actually kind of surprised. Also, here's another thing. The villager next door to us, right over here, he's having a good bunch of time with his door, but I think we may have to take the door away from him today. I just get the feeling. I was walking around a bit earlier, and all I could hear was the door slamming shut all the time. So we may very well have a little bit of a talk with that villager, get him to stop slamming the door all the time. So there we go, something like that. That's a good start. So start at a corner, and now let's try work our way out. We want to have a 1, 2, 3 block in the middle, so this will be our entrance over here. So we'll just go 1 and 1, and this is actually what I brought these for, because I think the coral looks so darn good in place of cobblestone, just with this little bit of red in it. I think it looks good. I don't even know if it is red, but it feels like there's a bit of red tinge to it, and I think that works really well. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go up again there. Yep. That's it. I said I was gonna do it. Yeah, listen to that sound that he made. Yeah, you really did it to yourself, buddy. It's like, why would you take that away from me, Jansey? I'm not playing around, man. I'm not playing around. You want to keep slamming your door? I'm gonna take it away from you. So there we go. We'll do something like that and start up our wall on this side. So I want to go along the left, well, the length of this, not the left. The left is really if I face that way, but it doesn't even make sense anyway. I want to go along the length of this to around about there, but we'll try and keep it in an odd number, which is my go-to. So odd numbers work fantastically. That was not what I was planning on doing. I was planning on doing something like this over here. We'll have 1, 2, 3, that there, and then we can put in another one of those, and we can go up here with these. And this, as far as I'm aware, well, as far as I just counted, is an odd number. Last I checked. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. We're good. Just got to double check myself because sometimes I do actually, very regularly, I do miscount and then have to fix stuff in the end. But here we go. Okay, so the things that I said that we are going to vote on, and this is kind of cool. So if you guys do want to get your ideas in, because there are a lot of ideas on why the city or the village is called Spiritwood, and the reason why the village is called Spiritwood is because of the wood behind it with the spirit in it. Now there are a few options. One of the options that I think we could go for. And by the way, if you guys want to vote on this, I'll leave a comment for you guys to vote on. Take it that way. Or if not, just throw it in the comment section. It'll be the easiest way of doing it. The actual poll system on all this stuff it's just a pain in the butt. So we'll just do it the comment section way. And there are 3 options that I was thinking about that I at least think would be really cool to build in here. Now, I would like to see what you guys would like to build in here, and we can work it out like that as a group. So the first one is having this big forest. All of them revolve around having a big forest and having the spirit kind of coming from the center and outward. That's the point. And then that's the reason we named the spirit wood. So that's what the idea is. Now, in fact, I'm just going to take some of these out, maybe there, and we'll start getting a little bit of texture in it. Now, just lock myself in there. Now, the first idea that I had was from like some sort of crystal or like a crystal altar kind of thing. Maybe we could do something along those lines. And the idea is that the crystal just radiates all this random power, and we can make it a bit magical. And that's what we can do. So we can maybe have like a weird color on the crystal with a big pond around it, maybe some random things growing out the ground, some really large trees around. I think that would be very cool. So that's my first idea. The next one is another cool one, which I think would look quite cool from a distance, say you standing out here, because the crystal you wouldn't necessarily see from out here. You would have to go and adventure into it. But say you came around here, you would see the canopy of the forest. It'll be a bunch of custom trees mixed in with normal Minecraft trees, mostly oak. And you would see this large tree around here. Just, I don't know what we would do with it. We would have to work out. Maybe a bit more colored. Will be have a lot of bits hanging from it. It'll definitely look magical. So the two so far, we've got the tree, we've got the crystal, and then the other one. Well, the other ones that I was thinking of. Actually, I was hoping I had some spruce on me, but apparently I don't. But luckily, we just destroyed a roof, so we should be all right. The other one that I was thinking of was a wizard academy or something along those lines that could maybe be doing some magical things that people just are unaware of. You can kind of see the towers sticking out here, just a small one. Like, it's not going to be a whole village of its own, but it'll be an academy, as I say, and we'd have to push that one a bit further back just to give it the perspective of it being off in the distance, compared to if we were going to do a tree or, for instance, a crystal. But we'll see how we go. It's all a matter of you guys voting and seeing what we want to do. But I honestly don't know which one I would prefer out of all of them. I've got some which I prefer over others, but I think they could all work and they could all look really, really good. So tell me what you guys think about that. I'm totally down for whichever one of them. And I think that's the cool way of giving a bit of a challenge to my build is I could pick the easiest one out, which is sometimes is very tempting to just pick the one that you think will be the most, wait, that's not how you put it in your offhand. The one that you think will be the simplest. But I think it's kind of cool to force yourself to do random difficult things like that. So what do I need to do? I need to make myself, we'll go 6 of those. I'm going to have so many of these things, but I use them so much that it really does not matter. So we'll do some spruce trapdoors, pop them in here, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And do we have any of... Oh, no, we don't. I need some... Actually, I'm just going to do this, so I can just jump right over there. I also need some slabs, oak slabs, that is. So we'll do that, and we will go back over. And it looks like the sun's going down, which means... I've actually been doing this for a bit, because I'm pretty sure when we started this, the sun was actually just coming up. So there we go. A neat little way of hiding it. The oak and the birch actually somewhat look a little bit better, obviously with the new birch like that, but these over here work really well with this new pack. I'm loving the new textures. Really, really turning out. So what I'll do, just because this is all pretty much exactly the same stuff, I'm just going to do on this side here, just mirror it over, pull this up here. I don't have any more birch, so I'm going to have to go grab some from the base. And then what we can do is we can put the roof on this guy. I think that's going to look probably the best. All right, time for another roof. And I think this one is going to be one of those ones where people are like, hey, Jansey, how do you do those roofs? I can show you very, very easily. I've actually, I did it in a video, probably like 10 videos ago or something. If you guys ever do want to see the way we do these sorts of roofs where they've got a little bit more love in them, a little bit more of a shape, not those, but those there, they've got a tiny bit more shape. And if you guys ever want to catch up on how to do those, if you may be wondering, as I say, there's a video not too long ago, but either way, we'll kind of go through it now where I just kind of get the edges started off and then we work our way out from there. I've got my own preferences with these roofs. For instance here, where I like to go on this block that supports it, I like to go 1 for 1. But then on the block that goes just after that on the outside, I like to just go 1 by itself. So no block in the middle there. Very, very weird thing that I like, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's just preference, to be honest. But something along these lines tends to work really well, and like that. Just a little bit of that. Like that. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. it's all a matter of just working it out. But it's one of those things where as I do it, I realize I've done it a few times and I've created it, so I guess that's the reason it's so easy for me. But it's just funny because it comes up all the time with how do I do those? Dang it, Jansey, can you just learn to jump, please? Okay, well now you've done it. In fact, this is quite fortunate because I can do this, and now we won't have problems with stuff growing in there. Can I get out here? I might just do the sneaky and just get myself out that way. Do I deserve an easy way out of that? No, because I was jumping like an idiot. So that's fine. All right, so we'll do the same thing around here. Now, with these ideas, by the way, I haven't actually mocked up any ideas for them at all. So if you guys have any thoughts on them, feel free to put your own spin on what I've done there, because most of the stuff that I do, I just kind of come up with it as I go. I've not really thought about it too much. I like to. It's fun to keep yourself a bit of a challenge in the game where you have to work it out as you go. That's seriously one of the best parts about doing this series and in general, is just always having a little bit of a challenge that you wouldn't necessarily set for yourself. And I think that's cool. So that's pretty much what I was hoping for. So if you guys have any ideas, feel free. That was silly. I did the same thing again. Another thing also, I think we'll do this a bit later, is I need to get some villagers to live in this village. And as you guys know, there's been the mass extinction of villages. We've got one left here, one left in a boat, but I don't want to take the guy out of the boat because that was too much of a pain in the butt to get the guy out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go across the ocean and we're going to import some villagers to come around here, and we'll hopefully have ourselves a brand new restart of the village. So here we go. I just need to do something like this, like that. And what this will do, and I did this actually on one of these other roofs, but just taking out that little nudge, like the little block over there, that little one that's sticking out there, and this one around here. Can I get up there? Okay. This one over here, with these pieces, I think it just works so well. Let's get up here, and now I've placed this in here, so I can't get out anymore. And again, man. Okay, so there we go. As we go around here, I think what we now need to do is we now need to start getting a cool little pitch over here to go around this window, and then we'll work our way out there. So if we can do something like that, and we'll have to remember what we did. So we did stairs, and we'll go, do I have? Yeah, I was going to say, I swear I just took slabs. Slab, and then slab, and then, oh, that actually might be a bit too low. No, you know what? We can make this work. We can make this work for sure. So we'll go slab over there again. Oh, oops. Around there, and again around here. So what this will do is this will create a nice little lip around this piece here, the window. And then from the window, in fact, I'm going to have to destroy this whole block. Okay, no, never mind. Good spotting. So a little bit like that. And we could even come out maybe even one block further. Although, let's just... Oh, oops. I should have done this on the other side. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll just quickly sleep and then we can come back to it. But I think the easiest way to do this is just to go around the edges and then start working our way out to the middle. Another suggestion in the comments, by the way, because the comments really do fuel the series. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the biggest parts about where I change things is from the comments. Less likely my main ideas, more the comments that change my ideas. And by the way, we're just going to mirror this on the other side, but we'll need some more of these. But a lot of the things that end up happening because of comments and people just leaving them and tell me what they prefer. And generally, you guys see things from you guys see things from a different perspective than I do. So it ends up really, really being very useful. I actually think we've gone up there. I'm just not happy with how high pitched that roof is. Like, I feel like that comes up a bit too tall. But you know what? Let's leave it. Well, if we don't like it, we can always change it. So I'll leave it for now. It's just these are things that I can see that could be a little bit of a problem when we get to it. And this over here is where that goes to there. Yeah. We're good. We're good. It's just you gotta start thinking ahead. And sometimes when I stop thinking ahead, I actually generally do a better job. So maybe I should quit that a little bit. So there we go. Now we've got this. And what we need to do is we need to now make a bit more of the frame before we can start filling stuff in. So if we pull these out here, actually that'll be all right. if you can pull those out there so that they come down and then go up, and then we connect them to the edges, it actually makes this build so much easier for us to get our heads around, because most of the time you end up getting lost in this roof. It's true. It is really true, but you just kind of pull it together in the end, and that's the important part. So a little bit there. Is that 2 blocks? 2 blocks. Yep. Out there. And then we just keep going down a little bit more, like this over here, that over there, 1 block out. And I want to go 1 block down so we can get a cool little bounce out there. So we'll do that one there, and does 2 work there? No, we'll go there. So it goes 2, 2, 1, not 1, like that. So that's how you get a pretty neat shape. And then we'll do the same thing here, and like that. So you can kind of just get it from there. I'm not going to carry on with the roof because, as I say, I've got a video where you guys can check it out and see how I've done it. But that's the crux of it. Now we're just going to fill in the gaps. Like maybe we need to do a little bit more over here, like that, and then we'll go out 1 like there, and then around like this, and yeah, you get it. Pretty simple, and then fill in with slabs. So I think we should go and import some villagers right about now, because this guy over here, I think that's not going to do it. So we've just hit land, and apparently, okay, there we go. I was just about to say, apparently my villager is nowhere to be found. In fact, just realized there's some water over here. Now this guy's a bit of a special guy, because I found this guy a librarian with a sharpness 3 book. And I thought I'd looked at all of the librarians, but I think we may as well give one a go. I actually didn't even realize I could find a librarian nearby. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but I think I can stagger him up like this. Wait, what? Okay, cool. Like that. Yep, cool. So I can stagger him up this this path here. A bit of an unorthodox way of doing it, I will admit, but I think this could work quite well. So get that. And I get the feeling this guy's just going to run off all of a sudden, but let's hope not. All right, maybe I can just push you a little bit off that way and do it this way. Let's check. Yep, cool. All right, so I guess this is going to be my technique for getting this guy to the top. Let's see how this goes. I've got a way to go. All right, the very last one. We have got up here surprisingly fast. By the way, the way I figured this out was an accident. When I was trying to get this guy, I ended up just putting a boat down, just testing it out, just because he was in a 1 wide block, and I managed to put a block up there, and I was like, wait, this is amazing. This is exactly what I needed to do. So I'm glad we have discovered this. I'm not sure if this was actually a well-known thing, to be honest, but I've never seen anyone do it, so I'm kind of thinking we were breaking ground here. So can I just be a little bit smart about this? Yeah, I'm just going to put one over there. I don't think they can actually get through those gaps, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm just going to do this here. In fact, this is the smart way of doing it. If I just do it this high, this guy certainly cannot get out. There we go. No way. All right, so you're free. And surprisingly very dumb, this villager. He has had absolutely no reason to go away from me right now, and I'm kind of surprised. Like, he hasn't tried to redo his direction or anything. Like, look at that. That's what's protecting him. Really? That's gonna look after you, buddy. You're in good hands now. But let's just get rid of this, and also, by the way, I'll show you a little bit of work I did. I ended up doing the bottom piece here as well, with a little bit of a doorway there, a little bit of a piece here. We can work on it, but we'll just take a little bit of a step back, and sun's going down as well, apparently. Around about here. There we go. So yeah, starting to slowly come together. In fact, this is very important, because now this means that we've got the back and the front of our village looking really good, which is something we didn't have. I took this away from you guys, but you know what? I'm taking it back. I gave it back to them thinking that they could behave, but 2 of them in there? No way. No way. Just get out of hand, these guys. So where are my carrots? There they are. And I was reading through some of the comments, and someone said that you could breed them by only using, in fact, I might just, yeah, I may very well just do it this way. But in fact, this will work because I can just drop these in here. Kind of like a feeding pit for lions at the zoo. Like, they just stand away and drop the food in. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try it out this way. There we go, grab those. And I'll put these away. Oh, now there's 2. Okay, well, we'll have to get them to split apart. I'm just going to quickly sleep so that we don't have to wait for that. So ideally, we would want these guys separated. And in fact, I've actually seen people doing it with some of the cobblestone walls. I'm not too sure if this will work, but we can test it out. So cobblestone wall right there, and we will just put them next to each other, because I think what this means is that they get close enough. Oh, wait, I think they actually put it below them, but I think they get close enough to each other without necessarily bumping into each other, so we can just keep feeding them. I get the feeling that's what happens. But either way, we've got this guy stored in there, so let's drop in. Actually, I think he can get out there. We'll just do this and this there. So you, my friend, you will get, I think it was 12. It was either 12 or 21. I'm fairly certain it was a 1 and a 2. I'll just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 21. Let's just give him 22, just to be kind. So you there. I assume he picked it up. Maybe we'll, you know what? This will be smart for us to just go up here and mess around. In fact, this is our alternative to doing our own villager breeder. So I'll drop these in here. Let's just go 20, and then we'll do 1. And if we need more, there we go. And if we need more, I'll just drop 13 there. So that should be them feeling pretty good. Okay, let's wait around a little bit. I'm going to go and grab some potatoes. I think they might be useful. I know the best bet is not to give them any seeds or any wheat, because they'll just make bread. And the seeds, actually, where was it there? And the seeds themselves are just a bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, let's just get rid of these. You guys in there, and you two. There we go. So let's just go there. We're going to make this work. In fact, if I have emeralds, let's also make some trades with these guys. I think the trades help them also to become better at, like, breeding up a village. So have these guys done anything? Doesn't look like it. In fact, I'm just going to do that. So you, my friend, get 37 potatoes. You will get 64, 64 again, and there we go. So that's all my potatoes. I'll just keep 32 so that I've got extra potatoes in case I need them to grow some stuff. Then, I guess, we will go ahead and trade with this guy. Let's see if he's got a cool trade. 14 emeralds. I don't have that kind of money. 10 gold ingots. I think I'll just trade with him right now, and then we'll see. If something comes around, I'll let you guys know. I feel like we are not in too much luck right now. So in the end, these guys did not have any crazy trades, and I have not seen any heart particles. However, they may very well have had them a bit earlier, because I had my particles turned off. Like I am. like I do. I always do silly things like that. But we've got Riptide 1, which is a pretty cool thing. I was actually thinking about it earlier. Like, literally today, which was very, very strange. And the thought that I had was, I wonder how you get it. If you can only get it via book, or if you can get it any other way. That looks like that is a guy that needs a bit of refreshing. Please have little fire bubbles around. Nah, nothing. We're going to have to... You see, this is the one I've been using. It's a bit expensive, but... Hey, it's our only method currently, and I'll just go ahead and buy one of those, get one of these, and refresh, please. Please. Nah, not cooperating, but that's all right. I'll just do whatever to refresh it. In fact, that over there is not a bad trade for me. Even I don't know how it goes in terms of numbers wise, but I'm gonna. Oh, what was that? Is this guy about to? I thought we were about to see little hearts flying. In fact, maybe if I release him. As much as I do not want to do it. Maybe that might be a good idea. But yeah, all I want to do is I want to try out this Riptide. And I want to put it on my my Trident, because I think that's a really cool thing. But it looks like it's really not operating very well. So what I'll do is I'll go grab it. We can do it in the next episode. I think that's a good idea. And of course, there's hitboxes shown and debugged. Yeah, of course, because these guys got stuck in a boat at one stage. It was pretty funny. But I don't know if that could be a viable way of holding them together. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and call that a day. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And tell me what you think about what we're going to be building in the future. Also, let me know if there's anything I'm overlooking with these villagers and why they are not breeding. I'd love to know. But thank you very much for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you very soon.